Flir is a manufacturer of consumer thermal imaging solutions. And you're thinking, oh, I've heard of Flir. That's neat stuff with the military and police helicopters and all sorts of stuff. But they're bringing some neat things to us consumers as well. The president of the Commercial Vision Systems of Flir is Andrew Teich. Hello, Andrew. Welcome into Tomorrow.
Thank you. It's good to meet you.
It's a pleasure to have you with us as well. First of all, tell me and our audience a little bit more about Flir's background, just so we get an idea a little bit more about the company, and then what are you bringing to us consumers?
Sure. Well, as you mentioned, it's a military technology, and in fact, the word Flir comes from the military acronym of Forward-Looking Infrared.
Yeah, I was going to guess, and I would have been right. Good.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. So this is a military technology that has evolved. The volumes have gone up. The costs have come down, so they're now available into some consumer markets.
Excellent. And for example, you brought a little something here to show us, so we'll let Angela reposition her camera and tell us what this actually is that I'm looking at. No doubt a Flir device of sorts, but where would this be utilized?
It is. So that is a thermal imaging camera. It's a camera that allows you to see in total darkness. That's an automotive camera. We call it the Pathfinder. And it's the same camera that's available in current BMW 5, 6, and 7 series vehicles as a night driving aid.
Wow. And is this something that pops up onto the windshield, for example, or how does it give you this forward-looking infrared?
Well, it does two things, actually. First is that it displays the image on the multifunction display, the same display that you see the GPS and other control data on. But what's new this year is that we've added an algorithm to it that automatically detects pedestrians and pedestrians that are vectoring into the path of the vehicle in a potential collision, and it alerts the driver automatically to that condition.
I think it should also blow the horn.
Yeah, indeed.
Get out of the way of a car, for crying out loud.
I like it.
Yes, indeed. Do you see then more than just, in this case, Beamers that are taking advantage of it, or other manufacturers of vehicles that are saying, okay, it adds a bit of a price, no doubt, to the car, but it's certainly a major safety advantage?
It really is, and yes, we've got two other manufacturers that have signed on board with us, one German manufacturer, or a second German manufacturer, and one Japanese manufacturer that will both be coming out with vehicles in the year 2010.
Ah, very cool. So something else we can look forward to, no doubt, and we'll have you back on again to talk to us about that. In the meantime, what are some of the other applications, though, for thermal imaging in general, especially as they may relate to us consumers?
Well, there are a lot of them. The one that has been doing very well is a boating application because, of course, in boating you don't have the benefit of headlights, you don't have the benefit of street lights like you do when you drive a car. You're not on a prescribed path like a road. So in the boating application, we've got a very nice product. We call it the Navigator. It's the same core that's used in the automotive market, but it's in a marinized pan and tilt, and it displays on the same multifunction GPS display that a boater would use.
A marinized pan and tilt.
Yes.
Does that mean because of looking at horizon in this case or something?
Well, you know, again, unlike a car, you know, boats don't always sit at the same pitch. You know, sometimes they're pointing up when you're going slow, sometimes they're down. You want to look to the left and right, and so as a result of that, you want to be able to point the camera where the action is. You know, and the big issue on boating also, and an unfortunate situation, is when you have a man overboard. Yeah. And this has the capability of seeing a person in the water up to a half a mile away. Wow. So there again, you'd want the ability to point the camera so you could find that person.
What are some of the technologies that you figure we're going to then see more readily available, even in the next couple of years, but certainly into tomorrow, that you can share with us, that your team's working on already, and things that have you really motivated about Flir?
Well, you know, this technology, as I mentioned, it's a military technology moving into the consumer space, a lot like GPS did.
Great example.
Right. So you can think about it that way, that, you know, today we're putting it in automobiles, we're putting it on boats, we've got home security systems, but as the cost of this comes down, you're going to see this thing in all kinds of different things. I mean, you're going to see it in parking lots, you'll see it, you know, campers, hikers, boaters, people flying airplanes, a lot of applications.
Andrew, a delight to have you on. Keep making these cool products because safety is paramount, and when you can do things as you are doing, and it's not only saving lives, but it's cool technology, we love covering it.
Thanks. It was my pleasure.
It's a pleasure to have you with us as well. Flir.com, Flir.com. And again, links to all of our guests at our site. Just swing by and visit. We're back with more from Showstoppers in Las Vegas. Don't go away. You don't want to miss a minute of today's program.